In a violent storm, a mighty oak tree stands rigid, its branches thick with the pride of their own strength. It cares deeply about its position, refusing to yield an inch to the wind. Beside it, a slender willow tree seems to care about nothing at all. It bows and sways, letting the gale pass through it without resistance. When the storm is over, the proud oak lies shattered on the ground, its powerful trunk broken in two. The willow, which refused to fight, stands unharmed, its leaves whispering in the quiet air. You have been taught your entire life to be the oak, to care deeply, to hold your ground, to invest your emotions into every situation, believing that the more you care, the more you control. And yet, you feel like you are perpetually on the verge of breaking. You carry the emotional weight of your friends' problems, your family's expectations, and the world's tragedies and a backpack filled with rocks. You are exhausted from the full-time job of trying to manage reality, of being furious when things don't go according to your plan, of feeling personally wounded by events that have nothing to do with you. Your problem is not that you are weak. Your problem is that your strategy is wrong. You believe strength comes from caring more, from holding on tighter. But you are beginning to suspect this is a lie. What if true strength, deep and unshakable resilience, comes not from the force of your caring, but from the precision of your indifference? This is the secret behind a fundamental principle of the universe, a principle we will call the Law of Indifference. Now, let's be very clear. This is not the law of apathy. Apathy is a weakness. It is the inability to care about anything. Indifference is a strength. It is the wisdom to consciously choose what is worthy of your emotional energy and to let the rest go with profound and peaceful detachment. It is the understanding that you get stronger not when you stop caring, but when you stop caring about things that do not matter and things you cannot control. This law is built on three powerful pillars. The first pillar is your emotional energy is your most precious and finite resource. Imagine you wake up each day with 100 units of caring energy. Every time you get angry about traffic, you spend 10 units. Every time you worry about what a stranger thinks of you, you spend 15. Every time you obsess over a past mistake, you spend 20. By midday, you are emotionally bankrupt. You have no energy left for your actual goals, for your loved ones, for your own well-being. The strong person understands this. They become a ruthless accountant of their emotional energy. They ask of every situation, is this truly worthy of a piece of my life? They do not give their precious energy away to trivialities. They invest it, with intention, only where it can create real value. The second pillar is be indifferent to the outcome, but fiercely committed to the process. This is the secret that separates the anxious amateur from the peaceful master. Most of us attach our entire sense of self-worth to a specific outcome, getting the job, winning the approval, making the sale. This guarantees anxiety, because outcomes are never fully within our control. The law of indifference teaches a more powerful way. Your task is to become entirely indifferent to the final result, and instead pour every ounce of your focus and commitment into the quality of your effort. Think of an archer. She cannot control the wind, the humidity, or if the target suddenly moves. All she can control is her stance, her breathing, her aim, and the clean release of the arrow. The strong person does the same. They fall in love with the process, with the practice, with showing up and doing the work to the best of their ability. The result is left to the universe. The third pillar is true freedom is understanding that this too shall pass. The law of indifference applies not just to negative events, but to positive ones as well. When you experience a setback, a failure, or a painful emotion, the strength of indifference comes from the deep knowledge that this feeling is temporary. It is a cloud passing through the sky of your awareness. You don't have to fight it or cling to its story. You can simply observe it until it dissolves. But just as crucial, when you experience success, praise, or intense joy, the same law applies. That feeling is also temporary. By not desperately clinging to the highs, you protect yourself from being devastated by the lows. This creates a stable, unshakable inner baseline. This is not a life of flat emotions. It is a life of deep, quiet equilibrium, free from emotional dependency. So, how do you begin to apply this law to your own life? Here are two simple, practical exercises. First, tomorrow morning, perform a circle of concern triage. Think about everything that is worrying you. On a piece of paper or just in your mind, place each worry into one of two circles. The inner circle is my arena, things you can directly influence today through your actions. The outer circle is the weather, things you have zero control over, like the news, other people's choices, or past events. For the rest of the day, make a conscious vow to spend 0 units of your emotional energy on anything in the weather circle. Second, the next time you feel anxious about a task, ask a process-oriented question. Your anxious mind wants to ask, what if I fail? Or what will they think? These are outcome questions. Interrupt this pattern. Ask yourself, what would an excellent and focused effort look like for just the next 30 minutes? This question pulls your attention from the uncontrollable future into the controllable present. It connects you to the process, not the prize. The law of indifference does not make you a cold or uncaring person. It does the opposite. By deliberately choosing not to care about the 99 things that are meaningless noise, you unlock a tremendous capacity to care deeply, passionately, and effectively about the one thing that truly matters. This is the source of real strength. You are not the oak that breaks. You are the willow that endures. If you are ready to invest your energy wisely, write, "I protect my peace" in the comments below. Subscribe and let's master the laws that govern a strong